Muller and Mauricio Giorgio. We have a really special episode because look where we are.
We're in the middle of the street.
You promised me that we were going to do this in a Dairy Queen, but there's only a sign of a Dairy Queen.
There's actually no ice cream, which is the best part of a Dairy Queen. So sorry. So we're joined here by Representative Jason Crow of Colorado. And the interesting thing to me, which we just talked about, the last time you were on was the very first day of the shutdown.
That's right.
And now here we are, a few days out from being back in business. So what's your, let's start with that. What's your 30,000 foot view of how that all went?
Well, the American healthcare system is still going to get blown up, and Americans are going to be crushed by increasing premiums because Donald Trump has decided that he wanted to give one of the largest tax breaks in American history to the top 1% and his billionaire donors. He wanted to do it on the American working class, largely based on healthcare. So that needs to be fixed. That's going to be our main priority. And there was a lot of pain and suffering that Donald Trump decided to put Americans through. Our service members, our veterans, kids, families going hungry, unnecessary pain that he decided to inflict. So it was a real travesty.
You pointed out something that's big here, and that I don't think we've ever had a president ever in the history of this country that was willing to ignore the fact that costs are going through the roof, and healthcare is just one of them. And Democrats, by the way, were trying to fix it for him, and he wouldn't do it. The Republicans wouldn't do it. And also other things that have gone up exponentially since he's got into office, and the fact that he's willing to starve young people and old people basically with the SNAP benefits, and in fact has appealed the SNAP funding that the court told him to do. So where do you think this is all going to end up? I mean, you've got the month of December, not you. The Republicans have the month of December to get together in a bipartisan way and fix the insurance rate issue. They should be getting together and fix. I hope we don't get hit by that train. They should be getting together and fix.
This is a literal train, not a metaphor.
No, that's
right.
Run over.
It could be either one.
Literally run over by a train. But at any rate, yeah, it's getting close. Yeah, what are these metal things we're setting between? Look a lot like tracks. But at any rate, this is a great spot for this. Now, by the way, before I get on to the tariffs and stuff, I want to point out to you that Maritza, the kind person she is, went out and took these off of perfectly good rabbits.
How many rabbits had to die?
Well, I don't know.
For this podcast?
That's a really good question.
My question.
Yes, as everybody who knows me well knows, I hate animals.
Yeah. But the truth is the Republicans have December now to figure out how to fix healthcare. If they do that, that's actually something that they've accomplished in the last 11 months that they haven't done much of. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, what does that look like?
Well, they're not going to fix it, right? Why would they fix it? Because they just voted in July to make this happen. Let's not forget that the reason this is happening is because in the first week of July, they crammed through a bill on a partisan basis. They did not go through committee, did not go through markup, was not put forth to the American people. And now we're seeing all the problems, including vast increases to healthcare premiums. They created this in July. So why would they want to fix it now? And we've given them the opportunity to fix it multiple times. We actually put a bill on the floor last week. 3 days ago. That actually would extend the subsidies that would fix this for 3 years. They have been given opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and they haven't done it. So listen, it's pretty clear, and that's why I'm in Arizona now, because for me this is about elections, right? I am running around finding candidates in the toughest swing districts in the country to flip seats, because even people that I like sometimes, I'm one of the more bipartisan members of the House. I do a lot of work with my Republican colleagues. I believe in bipartisanship.
It's the way it's supposed to work.
It's the way it's supposed to work, and then ultimately it's the way it has to work again. But even those folks have given it up. They have prostrated themselves to the altar of Donald Trump on the backs of working class people, and they've got to go. And once we can reset this country and reset bipartisanship, then I would welcome folks back to make it work again.
Before you go, Maritza, so assuming you're right, Representative Crow, assuming that they don't do anything, what are Democrats going to do? What are they going to do? Well, that
was my question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, great minds think alike, okay?
Well, the question also, though, the second part is you were one of the Democrats who were really frustrated with the senators who said, "Yeah, we're gonna vote for this and reopen the government," because a lot of people thought that was the only path to get this kind of back in place. So what
Yeah.
are they gonna do?
Yeah. Well, I was frustrated with those senators, not just because they voted for a bill that gave only a promise
Mm.
to take a vote on healthcare. Now, listen, I mean, I've been doing this for a little over 6 years now. I've served under now my second Trump administration. I have been paying attention to what's happened the last 11 months. If you think you can rely on a promise by Donald Trump, then you don't know what the I know I can't swear on
You
this
can
don't
mic.
swear
You
on
don't know
this.
what the hell you're doing,
Who said
right?
he couldn't
It's
swear?
really weak.
So
What he meant to say is, you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
you don't know what
Right.
the fuck you're doing, right? Listen, I'm trying to do this with the
Okay.
children.
All right. That's fine.
We have so many
With-
children who
but-
listen.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so that's number one, a promise. I mean, that's bullshit. It's such bullshit. Number two, this administration continues to violate the law and ignore Congress and ignore appropriations and do whatever the hell it wants to do with money that Congress has given to it.
I don't blame Congress. I don't blame Trump for that.
No, I blame Congress, for it,
Damn right you do.
which
They
is
exceeded
why
their power.
which is why
You're in Arizona.
which is why I'm in Arizona.
Yeah, we
Which
didn't
is
actually
why
mention that
those-
at the top, but
Which
we
is why
heard
the
it.
Senate agreeing to move forward Trump's bill was a mistake because it changes none of that. It changes none of that. There are no guardrails in place. There are no enforcement mechanisms to change that. And people are like, people have told me like, why don't we just put the train back on the rails and we'll keep the train moving? I'll tell you why. I have an obligation not just to put the train back on the rails and work with my colleagues that do that, but to look down the train tracks and to see whether the bridge is out. And folks,
The bridge is
the
out.
bridge is out. Right? So
Yeah.
we put a train back on the rails and it's heading to a bridge that is out. And that needs to be fixed.
You're right. And I won't get in an argument with you because you're in the fray and I'm 2,000 miles away. But I can tell you, when you have a president who's willing to let people starve,
Mm.
and when you have a president that really thinks that the economy is doing just fine, it isn't, especially for the middle class, and it may be doing well for his billionaire buddies.
Yeah.
And they're willing to just let this happen so that when people are hungry and they start committing crimes and they start going on the street and there's public unrest, and don't think for a second that he wouldn't want to put the military on the streets against our own people. I do think that you have to weigh that into. But here's the truth. The truth is I live 2,000 miles away from Washington, D.C. Thank God. And
You seem very happy.
you are in the middle of the fray. So
Of course he's happy. He has a podcast.
I do, yeah. I get to work with Marita for Christ's sake. But anyway, you're in the middle of the fray. And so I respect your opinion and respect what you're talking about. Because the truth is, the last 11 months has been incredibly frustrating for me as a former senator watching this happen. And it's been even more frustrating for the people out there who are trying to pay their bills.
The suffering, I mean, so well said, right? I mean, you did this longer than I did it or have been doing it. And you see the people that get so consumed with the gamesmanship of what's in DC when the rest of the country actually is suffering. And
Yep.
I have spent a great deal of time the last couple of months just getting email and letter and phone call after phone call from my constituents whose healthcare costs are doubling, tripling, quadrupling,
Yep.
and they just can't afford it.
Nope.
They just can't afford it. They're going to lose it.
So here's the one that really is kind of amazing to me. That now and I heard this before the shutdown ended. The Republicans are talking about cutting a check to people because
I heard
insurance
this.
companies are
Yeah.
screwing people over. I'm not going to argue the fact that insurance companies
Yeah.
are they could play the game better, truthfully. But the policymakers understand that they give people a check for $2,000 for health insurance, where that's going to go. If they buy health insurance, whether it's going to go to the insurance companies.
Right.
So
But I think the question is how many people
It's
are
like a
going
shell
to
game for them.
yeah,
Right.
it's a shell game. Or they
or
don't buy insurance
insurance.
and they pay for their food or they pay
Yeah.
for whatever their car payments or whatever it might be. And then you have a bunch more charity care and this big, beautiful bullshit bill that they passed here a few months ago that gave the uber rich a big tax break and cut Medicaid is going to close down enough hospitals the way it is.
You
You
know,
have this added on top of it. You're going to have a mass reduction in healthcare delivery in this country.
That's such a good point. 'Cause I think about, because it's not just about healthcare. They can't afford their housing. They can't afford the food. They can't
Utilities.
afford utilities because energy prices are skyrocketing, and they can't afford healthcare.
And I
Right,
want
so
to make
cutting them
this
the check is doing. It's almost like they are trying to put on a Hunger Game, right? They're like, oh, here's the money, and you get to decide whether or not you keep your home,
Mhm.
you keep your healthcare, you keep your lights on, and let's just watch you figure that out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of grotesque.
But on the other side of the coin, if the check's signed by President Donald Trump, President Trump says, "Well, I gave you this money,
Like the
Well,
like
stimulus
it's
checks.
his, like
He
it's his
did that in
money
the
to give."
stimulus
Yeah,
checks.
right.
As we talk about it, how much? What's
Well,
the
Donald
debt
Trump
now?
has a long,
38 trillion.
long, yeah,
Yeah,
I think
that's it.
it's
Yeah,
about 38 trillion.
yeah.
I mean, that's what he's always done, right? Donald Trump loves giving away other people's money.
Yeah.
That's what he's done his entire career.
Yeah.
Play with other people's money, play with his father's money, declare bankruptcy. It's the guy's MO.
We want to talk about this shutdown stuff and costs anymore. Look, we need to do something. That is just a fact. The middle class has had the cards played against them, I think, since 1980, and we need to fix that. Democrats have an opportunity to fix that.
We do.
We ain't done it. We need to do it.
We
Okay.
need to do it.
Yeah, exactly right.
And that's the message I think from the last couple of years is that we haven't focused
Enough.
enough on that,
That's
and we
right.
need to be bold. We need to move quick.
Yep.
No excuses,
Yep.
and deliver for the working class.
You're damn right.
That is what we
Otherwise,
need
there
to
will
do.
be no working class.
There will be no working class.
That's right. Do you wanna ask him about Epstein or can I?
Hell yeah, I do, but go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you start. Let's start it off.
So,
Wait, is
do
something
you think
happening with
is
Epstein?
it go- is it yeah, exactly. Is it gonna pass the
There's
House?
going to be a vote. I think it's going to pass.
Do you think it'll
Okay,
pass
then what?
by a whole bunch or just a little bit?
I think. I mean, my crystal ball's
I wanna
badly
know.
broken.
I
I
wanna know.
think you're going to see. This is my over under. I think you're going to see 100 Republicans
Holy
vote
mackerel.
for this.
That's what Aaron Parnas has been predicting.
Wow. Well,
We've had some people.
great minds, Crow and Parnas.
Listen. The guy it clearly is fighting this because he doesn't want it released. That's pretty clear,
Yeah.
right?
Especially when he said he was
There
gonna
is
all during
so
the
much
campaign.
smoke around this. It looks like he's a sexual predator.
Okay.
He's acting like a sexual
Now,
predator.
here's the big question that is really unfair to ask you. Does the Senate take it up?
You need to tell me that, John.
Well, I think there's gonna be a lot of pressure on them to
Yeah.
take it up.
That's
I
the
think
big
if
thing.
they don't take it up, as it starts to rain here, if
It
they
feels
don't
good.
take it up, I think it is gonna be man, I wouldn't wanna be John Thune for any amount of money in the world.
Right.
Okay, but then they need to get it to a point where they have enough votes to override the veto.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, that's the next step.
Right.
But here's the big wrench that's being thrown in this. Donald Trump said in a True Social post this week that he's advised the DOJ to open up an investigation into Epstein again. So wait, hear me out. Is that because they're going to say, well, we'd love to release it, but it's an open investigation?
Oh, you are so evil.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
no, you're right.
also-
I mean, look, you're 100% correct. But it's all pivot and it's all bullshit.
Well, this is also a Pam Bondi investigation, so it means they investigate who they want to and don't investigate who they don't. Right? So they'll investigate who they believe are their political opponents, try to misdirect, and anyone who they believe is in their circle of trust doesn't get investigated.
I want to bring up this feud, and because I don't have a mouse, because we're a two-person team here, I'm gonna put this up. But we have this little feud happening right now with Donald Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene. So Donald Trump put this out on True Social. This is one of 3 or 4.
Hmm.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is a disgrace to our great Republican Party. Then he went on a very long rant and said he's withdrawing his support, not endorsing her, basically says that she's gone way left, that she's a rhino and can't take calls, because why took calls. Are you going to say something?
Yeah, I am. I'm going to say he's doing that because the MAGA base wants this released. So he's telling the MAGA base, don't support the people who want to do things that they want them to do. I mean, I know it didn't make any sense whatsoever, but the truth is that's the truth.
There we go.
I mean, he's
I'm
mad
trying to do-
because there's somebody in the MAGA base that's a leader in the MAGA base
Yeah.
that actually wants him to
Firebrand.
do what he said he was going to do.
So here's what she put out on Saturday morning, and I know we're far away from the computer and our old eyes can't see it, but
I couldn't say it was close.
yeah, that's right. But basically, she says that she's now being contacted by private security firms with warnings for my safety as a hotbed of threats against me are being fueled and egged on by the most powerful man in the world. I think this is a turning point. What do you think? I do.
Donald Trump is so afraid of what is in those files. I mean, there's a direct correlation between how much he is lashing out and attacking anybody and everybody, even one of his historic, biggest defenders. He clearly does not want this stuff out, which is very tough.
Yeah, no,
Here's the thing, though.
there's a lot of smoke, and you know what they say: where there's smoke, there's fire.
Do you think that this overshadows any other work bosses should be trying to do that?
I think the next week is going to be a big deal in that. Definitely.
With Epstein or with, like, what? I know there's a lot of work
Well,
to
you
get
know,
done.
there's a lot of work, but why? I don't consider this a distraction. And people are like, "Well, this is distracting from all the other work we have to do." Well, could what amount to the largest sexual abuse scandal in American history that involves some of our most elite people in banking and finance and media and politics? That's kind of a big deal.
It's a big deal.
And there are, hundreds, maybe even thousands of women who are preyed upon and abused who deserve justice. This is not a distraction at all. If we can deliver justice and go after sexual predators and abusers, we absolutely make it key.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No matter who that shredding reviews.
That's right.
All right. You have anything else to talk about with the House?
Well, I can say, I mean, we're in Arizona. I'm in Arizona because we have to flip the House. But I do believe this is the biggest challenge that we face now as a nation, is establishing a bulwark on this runaway presidency, which has become the most corrupt presidency in the history of our nation and is driving businesses out of business, farms going under, ranchers going under, people losing their health care. And it's only going to cascade and get worse and worse. And the way we stop it and we start righting the ship is retaking these seats. And some of the most swingy seats, the frontline seats, are here in Arizona. I was in New Hampshire yesterday. I'll be going to other states as well. We're going to go where the fight is.
Good on you. That's what it's going to take, by the way. And it's also going to take a message that from Democrats, that it cannot be a message that those guys are bad, we're better than them. It's got to be a message about what we're going to do to deal with healthcare costs, housing costs, education costs, all the above. I mean, it's a target-rich environment. And if Democrats do that and they're able to get that message out and they listen to people like Jason Crow, then I think we'll do well in the election.
Yeah, agreed. You can't defeat something with nothing. So
That's right.
it's time for our positive affirmative vision.
That's
Well,
right.
as long as we're talking about elections, can we talk about this? This is a Washington Post profile from this week of Jason Crow.
Really?
Which I just coincidentally, I'm also wearing a blue vest in that photo.
And you're in Rock Creek where RFK Jr.
Went swimming.
swimming with his grandkids.
Did he really?
Yeah.
He
he
went
did.
swimming in Rock Creek?
Yeah.
Recently?
Yes.
Oh, 6-8 months ago.
I don't know.
Recently
It's
enough.
not advised.
All right, well.
No,
I don't
because
know.
it's full of human waste. It's called crap.
But this is titled Rising House Democrat Jason Crow is a voice for the angry middle. And in it, David Axelrod is quoted as saying, the last House member to jump to the White House was James A. Garfield in 1880. But in a wide open race, Crow would be an intriguing candidate.
Interesting.
So what's up?
Have you?
I don't know. People say a lot of crazy things in politics. David's a great guy, and
You've got your Edmonds
has a
group
lot
out
of
there working, don't you?
has a lot of opinions. This fight is about the House. It's about retaking the House, the midterms. I am focused on that and nothing else at this point.
That's what they all say right before they announce for presidency.
One
That's what they all say.
one time Steve Bullock got really mad at a room of the press and said, I'm not running for Senate. Quit asking me. And guess what?
You're well,
Sorry, Steve. Sorry, Governor. Sorry,
yes,
Governor. I had to call you out.
It's okay. Because the truth is, and this is just my biased opinion, Jason Crow and leadership is good for this country. And if Jason Crow decides to do something absolutely bizarrely asinine, like run for the presidency, and he gets elected, I think it's a giant move forward for this country to keep this country the greatest country on earth and make sure we have a strong military and make sure our economy keeps moving forward. And the list goes on and on and on. So if
That
you
sounds
decide to
like an
do it,
endorsement.
him,
I just want I want is a
I mean,
dilly bar from
so-
Dairy Queen.
so-
Yeah.
That's all I want.
so you see, we do these podcasts and we ambush them when they're here.
Ambush. I don't feel
Ambush
ambushed.
podcast.
I'm just here for the Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
There's
know.
no
You-
Dairy
you-
Queen.
you're
It's
all-
just-
you're all very
I
kind.
didn't even
You're
know you
very
were
kind.
into that. I was actually going to talk about the video you put up about doing pull-ups.
The
Oh,
pull-up
let's talk
video
about
is
that.
that's
Yeah.
a pretty good video.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
see
I
it?
mean, he did it. Hegseth evident. I didn't see the one of them, by the way. They were told about the one, but evidently Hegseth did a video and pretty much butchered the pull-ups. Is that what
Yeah, I
happened?
mean, where I'm
It wasn't
from,
pretty.
Yeah.
with my background,
Yeah.
like you can't do what's called a kipping pull-up, which is basically like a cheating pull-up, where you like use your body and you're like doing gyrations, almost like you're having a seizure on the pull-up bar.
Yeah.
First of all, it just looks ugly and is
Yeah.
not cool at all. Secondly, it actually doesn't count as a
It's
pull-up.
pretty dorky.
So you got to go all the way up, all the way down. So I saw the video and I'm like, all right. I was literally in the gym at the time.
Yeah.
And I saw the video and I'm like, all right, fine. I'm gonna put my phone down and just knock out a bunch of pull-ups. So
Oh,
So
good
you
for
just
him.
watch Pete Hegseth's
Well-
videos while you're at the gym?
Yeah, we
that's
that
an
could-
interesting
that
take
could
on it.
disqualify you from the presidency. I'm just telling
It
you
just
right
makes me
now.
angry, and I,
Yeah,
yeah,
I work out
yeah.
harder when I'm angry.
But it was pretty good. I mean, from a guy that did you do the pull-ups like this?
No, I
Oh,
did the
you did it,
regular
yeah.
because those are chin ups.
I know.
If you do them like that's
Yeah,
a chin up.
That's cheap.
That's a pull up.
That's a pull. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
there was a difference between that.
Yeah.
I couldn't do either one of them, but that's okay. I'm impressed by people who are
You can't do a pull up?
reasonably fit. All right, get a bar out here. Let's go. Come
Let's do
I'm
it.
going to challenge Pro. Let's see. There's a hotel skating sign.
do we have?
We'll do that.
You can do it off of one of these trees.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
But at
We
any
could
rate,
find something.
Okay.
we've gone far
We've
enough.
gone far enough,
done
but we
with
need to
this
talk to
rabbit stuff.
Tiffany Muller.
Yeah. Oh, Tiffany Muller.
Hey,
Where's she at?
Oh
Tiffany.
yeah, Tiffany,
So
She's
it's
around
a
here
party
somewhere.
out here in this gravel
Tiffany,
lot in
she's-
the
Arizona.
great Tiffany Muller.
Is she here?
She's here.
We've-
Let's get her. Jason's here to not only stump for candidates for 2026, but both of you have been involved in End Citizens United, and that's where Tiffany Muller comes in. So what is this like? Let's talk about this continued effort and what's the big focus for End Citizens United as we push toward 2026?
I think we are seeing the most brazen corruption that we have ever seen in our country's history right now going on from this White House, right? Whether you're talking about basically auctioning off taking jets and gifts from foreign leaders. President has $10 billion since he was elected. And all the while, American working families are just getting screwed, right? Prices are going up, but you see the billionaires getting the biggest tax breaks in US history. And I think the people are tired of it. I think they showed that earlier this month in the election results. And what we are working on at Citizens United is to make sure that that message gets out to everyone across the country, and in particular in these swing state seats, to make sure that we win back the House and we put a stop on this administration and this regime that we are seeing just push these horrific policies. So we are focused on, of course, flipping the House, but we have some important Senate races that we're working on too. And I like to bring these two into it as often as possible. But we've been traveling the country and talking to people all across the country. And I mean, I think what we hear mostly is what can we do to save our country?
Yep.
And things aren't getting any better, right?
Yep.
Things are getting worse. And I think that's what we hear in most of these town
Yep.
halls.
And when you're talking about the exorbitant amount of money that goes into these campaigns, this is about the democracy. It's really not about Democrats or Republicans. It's about getting good, honest people into office, regardless of the party, and eliminating some of this damn money that's going in that's just forever, ever, ever have these campaigns going on. Look, Crow comes from the House. I came from the Senate. We had to spend enough time raising money in the Senate. I am
Every
going to
2
talk to you
years.
about
Yeah.
this, Crow, doing it
Yeah.
every 2 years. But the truth is, if we can get some caps, force our candidates out to talk to people like Crow's doing today, and visit with people about issues that are important to them, That's a hell of a lot better than having a bunch of ads, digital ads or TV ads or radio ads or all that stuff, because uh, that doesn't give you a chance to ask your representatives what they're doing and why they're doing what they're doing. And so get this money out, force our candidates out, talking to people, force them to do interviews with press. And right now that kind of stuff's non-existent.
This should be the most bipartisan issue
Yeah.
in
Yep.
America,
Should be.
right?
Yep.
Because everybody benefits equally from this.
Yep.
You get money out of the system, and everybody's representative. Whether
Yep.
you're in a deep red area, deep blue area, purple area, will see more of their reps. They'll be engaged. They won't be listening to the lobbyists. The dark money won't be like
Yep.
deciding campaigns. Get rid of gerrymandering, then you can actually draw representative districts. Like, nobody should be opposing this.
So, and Congress can go back to doing things instead of being in a total paralysis all
That's
the
right.
time.
That's right.
I mean, look what's happened for the last 11 months. It's gotten so bad now. Congress isn't even paralysis; they just are non-existent.
Not showing up at all.
Showing up. Nope.
Well, Johnson
And for that
shut
reason,
down-
I'm lobbying hard to make sure you don't get paid. So,
Thanks, John.
Well, yeah, I mean,
With
here to
friends
help.
like
I'm
this,
here to help. I'm here to help.
Johnson just sent everyone home.
Yeah.
2 months.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
For
he
a
sent him
long
home.
time.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, we've done our job." I'm like, "Really? Like, how could you possibly say we've done our job? Like, the government is shut down."
Well, they've done
the
their
fuck?
job because they didn't want this representative from Arizona to get sworn in. So
Yeah,
they would have
exactly.
the debate now. I mean, truth is you can make any excuse you want, but the truth is it's been done before. It can be done over the last 40 days. Or
Now
50
she's
days.
sworn in, though.
Yeah.
But she's sworn.
sworn.
Now she can get sworn out. So it's
Yeah.
good.
She's sworn out.
She's so
Yeah, like on the podcast.
That's right.
We have people swearing at us. Okay, so you three are gonna do the push-up contest, and we'll get video of
What?
that. Oh. Sorry. Oh, that's our other podcast. Sorry. Okay.
I've seen Jason do a pull-up. I can't. I'm
That's what
done.
we're
I'm
talking
out.
about.
I
I could-
fold.
You know, as long as there's no bar around here, I can do hundreds of them.
You do.
Yeah.
One
Listen,
arm.
I somehow found a way to set up a podcast studio in a gravel pit, so I'll find a bar.
In the-
I am
in
impressed.
the middle of railroad tracks.
This is a very MacGyver. This is a very MacGyver situation.
You know,
It's pretty
you
good.
get scrappy when you work in local news as well.
Yeah,
so-
That's true.
Then the scrappiness started when she stole his fur off those rabbits.
Yes, that's right. Okay, we want to thank our guests, Representative Jason Crow, Tiffany Muller from End Citizens United. We want to thank Pearl Jam for letting us use their music. We want to thank all of you.
And we want to thank our guests.
I just did.
Oh, I missed it. Okay, so I
You
thank-
can thank us.
I
Okay,
thank-
go ahead.
Yeah.
Please thank our.
I want to thank the Honorable Jason Crow, a great senator, a
No.
great congressman from the state of. Okay, I screwed it up. Great congressman from the state of Colorado, and I want to thank Tiffany Muller because she's fighting for the right issue, and that's getting money out of politics.
Well, thank you, sir.
We didn't talk about your hat, but you've worn that now, like, I don't know, a lot.
This
M
cost
for
me a lot
Maritza.
of money. It cost me a lot of money, so I plan on wearing it a lot.
Okay.
It's a good hat.
All right.
great.
We've already
I
talked
was
about.
accused of being from Michigan, not Montana.
Oh.
No, that's for
Oh.
Maritza.
Oh, that's what that's
M. Yeah. Okay. We want to thank everybody. We'll see you soon. We'll talk again soon.
Tally ho.
Bye.